present for this particular webinar along with such a alumni participants and myself Shobha Mujumdar, and let me thank at first all my beloved professors from the A.K. Chaudhary School of Information Technology, University of Calcutta, and the Society for Data Science. I had been fortunate enough to be associated with this society from last year. I attended several seminars conducted in the University of Calcutta Information Technology Department, and it's my privilege to give you a presentation about this particular product of the first humanoid voice bot in bilingual for dengue and COVID-19. So just to begin this particular seminar, webinar, let me give a understanding that why we have decided to make a voice bot for dengue fever and COVID-19. It was during the last November 2019 when our doctor, Dr. Amitabh Bhattacharya sir, said that dengue is a kind of an epidemic disease in our state. So there needs to be a proper communication medium for the people about the various aspects of the dengue fever. So he said that why can't you use artificial intelligence or your technology to make a medium where people can ask their questions in Bengali in the normal human language and get the answers not only for some specific questions or some specific information but on a wide horizon of information. Then the information system should not be restricted only to what is dengue fever and what should be done and what not should be done, but it should be more than that. What are the different aspects of the fever, how people can prevent themselves, what are the testing facilities available. So keeping in mind of this particular thing, we first came out with the first version of our voice bot for the dengue fever in the 15th of December 2019. After that, we conducted several camps in and around Kolkata to make an interactive medium and reach out to the people about this particular voice bot. But soon after, during the first week of January, the time WHO intimated us about the that time it was known as the novel, and till now it is known as novel coronavirus. But that time they came up with the novel coronavirus. So they released some frequently asked question about this particular virus in the website. So we thought that okay, fine, we can train few questions on this as well. So by the end of January, we came up with some questions on COVID-19, the novel coronavirus. But by the mid of February and beginning of March, the COVID-19 took the entire world by and the entire world was affected. Then we thought of designing it again in Bengali where our common people can understand, can know more about this particular disease. So every information comes with the fake information. Similarly, COVID was not being untouched. COVID was also, there were a lot of speculations, misinformations, fake informations were roaming around in the internet space, I must say in the social media space, and people were not very informative, like what to do, what not to do, which is the correct thing, what should be the correct approach. And using information, guidelines, and everything was there on a day-to-day basis. Then we thought that okay, fine, this can be a medium where we can actually prevent the people from getting the fake informations about the COVID-19. So that was our approach, and by this we actually came out with this particular voice bot. It is a natural language processing based. It is based on the concept of natural language processing, integrated with the natural language understanding capabilities. I will make it very simple for all the audience to understand what is actually a voice bot is and why we need a voice bot not only for the dengue fever or the COVID, but also for different aspects in our healthcare system, and why a voice bot in our native language can be more beneficial, not only in Bengali or not only for Bengali, but we can extend this to multiple regional languages if that can be designed, how it would be benefited and what is the benefit. So with this introduction, I will take you through the first slide. So this is the content. I will just give a few introductory slides and then I will move out. I will just go ahead. So just to give what is Apollonius. So what is our principle? So we are a small startup. We just came up with an idea that what is the purpose? The purpose is that AI is for augmenting the intelligence and supporting what humans do, but not replacing them. Our second is the transparency. We believe in the transparency of the data and committed to the transparency about how our systems were trained and the data used to train them. And the skills, that is, AI system must be trained by and support the human professional in any industry. So what is the why we need AI for the social awareness? What is the need? So for the social awareness, if I go from a societal point of view, what are the role, why the voice bot and what voice bot can basically help us on a broader spectrum. I'm not speaking with respect to only healthcare sector, but with a broader perspective, how the voice bot or a conversational agent, the technical term is conversational agent, how it can help. It can help to advance the social impact and the humanitarian initiative. It can uncover the truth. It can raise the awareness. It can fight the bureaucracy and the inequality, provide the social and health services, and motivate the right action. So these are the six major areas or six major points where AI for social awareness can play a very important role. And one of the approach of the AI is our voice bot. Again, voice bot also can play a very important role in fulfilling these six purposes. So, as we all know, our famous professor Yoshua Bengio once said that AI will allow for much more personalized healthcare. So he has once told in a conference that AI will allow for much more personalized healthcare. We need a personalized healthcare at this moment because we can see that people, all the governments have invested lot of money in defense sector, but healthcare and educations were being untouched or more or less as per the percentage of the GDP is concerned. But now we can understand what is the real threat to our human mankind. The real threat to our mankind is basically an agile healthcare system, and we have to build it. COVID has taught us all that we need to spend lot of effort, money, and research on healthcare system, building healthcare system, and all the technology should be interfaced with the healthcare system. AI is artificial intelligence is one of the pillar, but artificial intelligence and other disciplines of engineering, other disciplines of science and technology needs to be integrated with healthcare to make a robust healthcare system. And that only can help us in preventing any future pandemics like this. Because COVID has taught us what a devastating can be a pandemic, not only for the human life, but for an economy as a whole. So let me get back again to very specifically what is our health board difference and how it is different, trained by the clinicians. So we have closely worked with doctors who have actually guided us throughout the process to make it a workable and more healthcare oriented bot. Okay. So the second is that designed for you. So I'm saying that designed for the users. It provides more flexibility to all the type of questions in more natural and conversational way. And it provides a concise answer. So it can understand what you are asking in the natural language, and it gives the most relevant answer to the questions which you have asked to the bot. It is relied upon the evidence, so it's an evidence-based model. So it's an evidence-based information model. So information retrieval is more of evidence-based. It is accessible. It is an easily accessible model. So it can be deployed as a web app. You can deploy it, and then you can use it from your mobile device or laptop or desktop or anywhere. So just I was speaking like what are the different areas where we can actually scale this health bot for the healthcare system. So the areas are mental health action plan. So this is one of the underlying disease in our society. So we need to take an action for this, and a personalized conversational agent can play a very important role in understanding the human mental health system. Child and adolescents mental health, suicidal prevention. So suicide is another underlying disease in our society. So we can actually understand a person can share his or her trauma with the healthbot system, and healthbot can provide them a personalized solution. Mental health for senior, this is another area. Most of our senior citizen in any country basically suffer from different kind of depressions. Adolescence of women health, awareness for placental umbilical cord blood. This is again a very interesting area. I actually got this information from uh, Professor Bhattacharya. Professor Bhattacharya is basically doing his research in the School of Tropical Medicine, Calcutta. Professor Niranjan Bhattacharya sir. So he said me that maybe our voice bot can work in this particular domain to make people aware why we need why we need a cord blood bank, and what is the importance for it. And finally is the woman's safety and security. So this is again a very important area. A woman is a woman is subjected to many kind of threats, right, in our society. So they cannot actually speak up their mental trauma, the kind of trauma they undergoes, not even with the parents, not even with the friends, not even with their colleagues or anyone. So this can play a very important role to this specific voice bot. If the voice bot can be designed in that way, this can play a very important role to understand the kind of trauma she has undergone, and can assist her maybe legally and maybe as a societal comfort system to make her understand and alleviate her pain. So what is our unique solution? From a solution point of view, what are the unique solution? The unique solution is that it's a bilingual bot. It's Bengali and English at this moment, but it can be with the help of, we can change the architecture and it can be made into a multilingual bot. So that I said, this can be scalable to multilingual bot. Humanoid communication, because it's like you ask the question to the bot and bot gives you the answer. So it's a humanoid communication. You will not feel like you are talking with a machine, but though you are talking with a machine, but it's more of a humanoid communication because you're talking in your natural language and you're getting the reply in your natural language. It has got a hybrid bot capabilities and innovative solution architecture. It's the first time I say that it's the first time that it's a Bengali voice bot uh, in web integrated in Bengali voice bot for the COVID-19 and dengue fever. So there till date in Bengali language there is no voice bot for the public health. We call it in a broader sense of public health. And agile development process. So agile, why do I call it an agile development process? Because we can actually make this bot for say a different issue as well for in a very less time. So this trading, the intent modeling system is very agile with respect to this bot. So we can actually update the bot very easily, and we can add the questions, we can add the different aspects of any particular disease in a very less time. So that's why we call just in time concept. So now I come to the technical part. What are the different technical parts? So first of all, it has got a unique intent analysis. So it has got a very unique intent analysis power. It has got an intelligent speech recognition. Why I called it an intelligent speech recognition? Because this particular bot can understand the Bengali pronunciation in any kind of way, right? We know that Bengali pronunciation varies extensively. So we, as from Kolkata, we speak in one form. A person in North Bengal speak in another form. A person from South Bengal speak in another form. But it can understand and recognize because it doesn't analyze your entire statement, but it tries to analyze the context in which you are speaking. So based on the context in which you are speaking, it captures your context, tries to match with its own training model, right? And gives you the most suitable answer for that. It has got a very good Bengali pronunciation. That is very important. It gives a very good Bengali pronunciation, which is very difficult for us to design. But at the end of the day, it gives a very good Bengali pronunciation. You can understand. For a machine to give a Bengali pronunciation, you can just see like how when I will give the demonstration, you can see the pronunciation. So this is personalized. Why I call it personalized? Because it's like a friend. You can consider it like a friend. Like you just go and talk with him. You ask your problem. At this moment, we have it for dengue and COVID, but as I already explained in my previous slide, it can be designed for various issues. And those issues can actually act as your friend. You can share your problem. You can talk to the bot. You can get its feedback. And it is like continuous learning because it keeps on learning from you. It keeps on learn from you the kind of questions you ask, the kind of interaction you are having with him. I say with the bot. So it tries to understand, right? So what is our vision? Why, as a part of a startup, what is our vision? We are more focused on building our voice bot for relevant social issues, not only restricted to healthcare, but there are other social issues which are there in our society. So we want to use extensively artificial intelligence, a different approach for a societal problem. That is our focus, to build AI driven models to solve the social issues. Yes, India has got some limitations. India is not yet that ready for adoption of artificial intelligence, but this can be a revolutionary model. We can revolutionize. We can start with this model, and I had a lot of interaction with Professor Goswami sir, and he was a kind of my mentor who suggested me that yes, we can go ahead with that. We can go ahead with the enterprise solutions. We can also understand how enterprise can benefit. There are a lot of gray areas where as a healthcare enterprise also can benefit from this voice bot, like customer retention, understanding the customer sentiments, the requirements, even from the customer point of view, what they expect from a service provider, what is their expectations, that can be really understood. So we can capture the data, we can build a better data model through this voice bot. We can capture the data, unstructured data. We can apply the natural language text analytics model. And by that, we can actually build up a very good health database. And that health database can actually help us in understanding the different patterns of diseases. Like nowadays we are actually understanding that comorbidity is one of the underlying cause of the death due to COVID, right? So we do can understand that what are the different comorbidities and how the comorbidities are actually associated with different viral diseases. See, comorbidity is also a reason for a dengue hemorrhagic fever. A normal dengue fever gets transformed into dengue hemorrhagic fever, right? Due to comorbidity, if a person is having some underlying disease, the normal dengue fever can convert into dengue hemorrhagic fever. And actually, the dengue hemorrhagic fever basically leads to the death due to dengue as well. It is not only for the COVID, it is also for the dengue as well. That that is also another aspect. So we can actually build up a better analytical model for understanding the comorbidity. What are the underlying comorbidities we have in our society? So many such data modelings can be done, and natural language processing, we can actually capture the this model doesn't do that, but we can actually design a model where we can capture the statement and human statement, that speech can be converted into text, and upon the text a text analytics model to get the vital informations from the person's opinion. So that can actually build up an unstructured data set. From that unstructured data set, we can make it a structured data set, and from structured data set, we can apply different decision science model or data science application and analytics or machine learning models, which can help us to build a more robust understanding of the data system. So this can actually help us in building or analyzing such kind of system. So as I said, this point I've already covered, like creating a better and crisp data mining model for data accessibility through the voice bot for continuous and conversation. So what we look for our vision, our broader vision is that we want to go for an industry, academia, and Apollonius synergy for the deliverables. So this kind of field, like for the field of artificial intelligence, cannot be done by only a startup. So we need the collaboration of industry, we need the collaboration of academic institutions, we need the collaboration of the societies, like there are like S4DS is one of the society, maybe other societies, and it can be a handshake between the different stakeholders to build a robust model for this. And what are our target future integrations? The target future is that integrating the voice bot in the omni-channel. We want to go ahead with the integrating with the IBM cloud solutions. So we are mainly focusing on the IBM solutions because they have a very good Watson capabilities. As so I will just describe a few things about the Watson. Watson is basically AI platform by the IBM, and there are different capabilities of Watson. One of the capabilities is Watson Assistant, Watson Knowledge Discovery, Watson Natural Language Understanding. So these are the different natural language capabilities of IBM Watson. IBM Watson also IBM also provides a kind of data security. So this is built on a public cloud. But if we want more data, secure data platform, so IBM already platform which is known as IBM Cloud Fact for data, which is more secure. So maybe if we from a prototype model to a more deliverable model at an enterprise level or sector, we can actually rely on those kind of technology for building a more robust system. And as I said, like integrating the health data collection. So we can actually integrate with the So we can actually use this particular model for the health data collection. So these are the sample slides. But I will here give you a demonstration. So these are some sample ways like how it actually answer. So you can already see during my demonstration period. So already we have actually conducted the demonstration to some of the reputed institutions in India and abroad. Like we have already conducted a demonstration at WHO Kolkata office with the Indian Medical Association West Bengal chapter, School of Tropical Medicine Kolkata. We have also given our demonstration to the IBM USA and also to Professor Stuart Russes. I know my professors from the AI field, they know him very well. He has got his book, Peter Morvigan's Stuart Russ's book on artificial intelligence. So I have also given him a demonstration about this particular voice bot. Also, we are actually planning to give a demonstration to so already they have actually taken our write up and everything. So they are considering that if they also can have a demonstration at their end. So the pictures already we have done, and this is my first presentation. So if now Neha madam, can I just go ahead with the demonstration of the voice bot, or Shaptushidhar, can I just go ahead with the demonstration, or any questions from the participants if you have, you can please put forth before me so that I can answer to you before moving ahead with the demonstration.
Okay. Yes, Shobha, this is Shaptarshi here. So you
Yes,
please
sir.
go ahead with the demonstration, and at the end we can take the questions.
Sure. Thank you, sir. So I have already given you a brief introduction, and now what we can do is that we can go ahead with the demonstration. So the demonstration, basically, this is our website. So this is a web app. We are waiting for, actually, I hosted this particular web app in www.denguebot.in. But later on, there was a government order that any informations or any system relevant with related with COVID-19 needs to have a government approval. So I'm still waiting for the government approvals for this, and that is one of the reason I couldn't actually continue with the hosting, because the government has its own regulation and stricture on this particular matter. But already I have a web app. So this web app is basically, you can see over here, this itself provides a very good information unique platform. Apart from the voice bot, this particular web app itself provide a very unique opportunity for getting a one-stop solutions to all the kinds of queries a person have about the COVID-19. So we designed it in such a way. So you can see there is a link for the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. There is a link for WHO. There is a link for MyGov. That is a COVID official link. You can also see that there is a link for the testing facilities available. Patient assessment form is there. Also, there is a information system for the researcher who are working in this particular field of COVID-19. So we have linked our website with the Harvard School of Public Health's report on COVID-19. We also have the link for the COVID-19 situation update and the doctor assessment form. So these are all there. So there are a few. We also have linked this particular website with the Twitter handles of WHO and Ministry of Health and Family Welfare India. And few very informative link is that the helpline for in case of emergency. We also have the frequently asked questions in Hindi, novel coronavirus and information, clinical management for the novel coronavirus for the doctors. This is for the doctors. So we also have the clinical management for the dengue fever. We have the dengue fever info, key points to remember for the dengue fever and how to prevent the dengue. So this is basically keeping in mind for both dengue fever and the COVID-19. So now I will just uh, take my demonstration to our real purpose, what we are all waiting for, that is the voice bot. So how to use our voice bot? It's very simple. See, you can see here the pink button. So It is here. Here, see, click to talk on COVID-19 and dengue. So I will click the button and I will take you to the demonstrate the directly to the voice code, right? So let me click here.
Hello user, it's me HealthBot here to assist you.
প্রিয় পশ্চিমবঙ্গের সহনাগরিক, আপনাদের সবাইকে ডেঙ্গি এর প্রকোপ থেকে সাবধান ও নিরাময় এর জন্য আমি আপনাদের সহায়তার জন্য হাজির। আপনি আমাকে আপনার মনের মধ্যে ডেঙ্গি সম্পর্কে যা যা প্রশ্ন আমাকে করতে পারে।
In addition to it, I can give you information about coronavirus as well.
So this is the first introduction. A voice bot welcomes you to his own platform. So it gives a bilingual introduction, both in English and Bengali, as it addresses both the diseases, that is about the dengue fever and also about the novel coronavirus of COVID-19. So I will just explain you how we can talk with it. You have to just select the language. So first I will go and ask the questions about the coronavirus, right? So first we have to select the language. I select the language as English and ask the question. What is coronavirus?
করোনা ভাইরাসগুলির একটি বৃহৎ পরিবার যা প্রাণী বা মানুষের মধ্যে অসুস্থতার কারণ হতে পারে। মানবদেহে বেশ কয়েকটি করোনাভাইরাসগুলি সাধারণ শৈত্য থেকে মধ্যপ্রাচ্যের রেসপিরেটরি সিন্ড্রোম (MRS) এবং গুরুতর তীব্র শ্বাসতন্ত্র সিন্ড্রোম (SARS) এর মতো আরো মারাত্মক রোগ থেকে শুরু করে শ্বাস-প্রশ্বাসের সংক্রমণ ঘটায় বলে জানা যায়। সর্বাধিক সন্তান পাওয়া করোনা ভাইরাস রোগ COVID-19 এর কারণ।
So you can see it can understand my English and it can reply. So I will ask a question in Bengali now. And next question I will ask about the dengue fever.
Okay.
So I will select the
Shobho,
language.
actually,
Yes, sir.
Shobho, this is Shaptoshi here.
Yes, sir.
So maybe not all of them understand Bengali.
Hmm.
So in case some of the demo, if you can keep in English, and then even if you are doing in Bengali, you can just tell that what is the question.
Okay, sir.
Translate it, because otherwise maybe
Yes,
all will
yes,
not
I
be
can
able to follow. Yeah.
Okay, sir. I do understand. So I just explain you what the first question said. I asked about what is the coronavirus. It has given his answer in Bengali that coronavirus is basically a larger family from the virus family known as the coronavirus, and it is basically till date we knew about the two different kind of from the family of coronavirus. Two different, one is the MERS and another is SARS, the Middle East respiratory syndromes and the SARS. Okay. So it's giving a very brief answer. So what are the underlying causes for this particular disease? So this basically causes a respiratory distress, and these are the main respiratory distress, fever and cough are the main reasons for the particular disease, which are the particular symptoms of this particular disease, right? So this is what it said in Bengali. Okay, so let me try out with one question in English. Is there any medicine for the novel coronavirus?
To date, there is no specific medicine recommended to prevent or treat the new coronavirus COVID-19. However, those infected with the virus should receive appropriate care to relieve and treat symptoms. And those with severe illness should receive optimized supportive care. Some specific treatments are under investigation, such as use of hydroxychloroquine. But this medicine should only be taken under the strict recommendation of the doctor. Do not self-medicate, as this may result into other complications. WHO is helping to accelerate research and development efforts with a range of partners.
So, as I said, it's a bilingual bot, so it can give you answer in English as well. So the people who are not from the Bengali back, who doesn't understand Bengali, for them there is an option of English. So you have to just select the language, whether it's Bengali or English, and accordingly it gives you an answer. So that is what. So I just take a next question. So these are two questions I have asked about the coronavirus. So I will ask one question about the dengue fever, and that again will be in Bengali, but I will going to translate it as Sir said me. So I will going to translate it for the non-native speaking people who doesn't understand Bengali. So I will just give it a translation, just to make you an understanding of the capability of the dengue fever. So I will just ask another question about the dengue. ডেঙ্গু জ্বর কি?
ডেঙ্গু জ্বর একটি এডিস মশা বাহিত গ্রীষ্মমণ্ডলীয় রোগ যা ডেঙ্গু ভাইরাস দ্বারা সৃষ্ট। ডেঙ্গু জ্বর প্রধানত দুই ধরনের হয়ে থাকে, ক্লাসিক্যাল ডেঙ্গু ফিভার এবং ডেঙ্গু হেমোরেজিক ফিভার। এছাড়াও আপনার এই সংক্রান্ত আরো কিছু প্রশ্ন থাকলে আপনি মাইক আইকন বাটনটি প্রেস করে আমাকে প্রশ্ন করতে পারেন।
So I have asked the bot, what is dengue fever? So it has said dengue fever is caused by a family of mosquito known as Aedes. So there are two types of mosquito. One is Aedes aegypti, another is Aedes albopictus. And hello, hello. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible. It's some background noise. Please go ahead.
Oh, it is saying that dengue fever are mainly of two different types. One is the classical dengue fever, another is the dengue hemorrhagic fever. So it's giving a very brief answer, not on a very elaborative answer. So it is giving just to make you understand that what is dengue fever. So you keep on interacting with it. So if you have the next question, you can keep on interacting. So I just told you that it can address two different diseases at this moment. One is the COVID-19, another is the dengue fever. Since we have already designed this for the dengue, so that is for the dengue fever. So this is about a voice bot. I just gave you a small demonstration, and you can understand it. Can the persons who understand Bengali, it gives a very good pronunciation. It actually gives a very good pronunciation, and it can understand your question very quickly. And by understanding your question, it gives a very good answer response to the questions which you are asking. Crisp response and elaborative response to the questions you are asking. So as it is 5:52, so I have already given a small demonstration of the voice bot. And now, sir, if anyone is having any question, then we can go ahead with the question and with a more interactive medium. So till now I have been monologue. So now we can have some kind of interactions from my attendant, my people who are actually attending this session. So sir, if they have any question to ask him.
Yeah.
Hello?
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Hello.
Yes. So thanks.
I have some query.
Yes.
Hello. Yes, I have some query
Yeah.
that can it handle any kind of queries? Suppose I want to know that how to detect the COVID-19. There are lots of schemes are there.
Mhm.
Okay. So can it tell out? Suppose I want to know that which method is very good to detect the COVID-19. So can it answer every question?
Okay.
Because I want to say that I'm working on some CNN based detection scheme
Mhm.
on COVID-19.
Mhm.
Actually, it has been seen that when we actually image process using the chest X-ray, the fact is that it will give the good result. But if the patient has some pneumonia or some other chain smoker, then it will give you some wrong answer. So you cannot predict properly. So if I want to know this question, then how actually it will resolve by this kind of application?
See, I understand your
Yeah.
question. So this
Yeah.
particular medium is basically doesn't handle such kind of complicated questions. Why I'm saying you,
Okay.
because this is basically this is from a community medicine perspective. There, it is basically for the public awareness. So there is a community
Okay. Okay.
health communication part. Health communication basically for the very common people.
Okay.
So the common people have common kind of questions, and we are basically focused on addressing only very common questions which are people having in their mind, right? So
Okay.
kind of
Thank
questions
you.
which you have asked me may not be handled this particular system.
Okay.
Yes.
So Shobho, I have one question. This is Professor Amlan. Okay. Yeah. So,
Yes, sir.
so what I'm
Yes.
interested to know
Yes,
that
I got it.
whether your chatbot is presently can connect with